Well, welcome back. There's a look around the region. A lot of sunshine out there. There's a few residual clouds still kind of hanging in the area. It should be pretty clear overnight tonight. Notice the wind has largely started to shift out of the south. That was expected as we head into the evening. Nothing for us to track on our radar, and it will stay overall pretty quiet next few days, but there will likely be a couple of showers or storms heading into and throughout the weekend. 86 our high today. That's 4 below the average of 90. 60 was our wake-up temperature, 8 below the average of 68. 3 above the record of 57, which we tied the other morning. And not looking too bad through the evening either. Low 80s, upper 70s through supper time. Then we're all getting into the 70s as the sun goes down, and it should start to get into the 60s around or maybe just ahead of midnight. We're going to the low of 63. So that's still a good bit below average for this time of year, but we are progressively getting warmer with each passing day. Also, the moon phase, we're getting towards that next full moon. It is going to be at its fullest on Sunday. As for the lows around the region, low to mid 60s. Definitely won't be any upper 50s this time around with that wind shifting direction. Fog possible tonight. The odds will be a little better tomorrow after a day with the wind already being from the south. So the wind is shifting courtesy of high pressure that we're seeing in the area. That's going to move out of here. This first front, don't even worry about it. We have another cold front that's going to be heading our way as we head into the weekend. Now for Thursday and Friday, we're just getting warm and a little more humid. Tomorrow's going to be around average, and Friday likely a little bit above. Now getting into our Saturday, here's the actual front that's going to start to push in over the weekend, and it will bring in some storm chances to North Georgia late Saturday afternoon and evening, and will likely bring us some rain chances Sunday and Monday. Now after that, we're going to be dealing with some cooler and pleasant temperatures again. As for the tropics, 80% odds for development into a depression in the next 7 days, 40% odds for to become a depression in the next 48 hours. Next name on the list is Gabrielle. I fully do anticipate this will become Gabrielle. Then the question becomes, where does it go? If it goes a little more north, it likely stays out to sea. If it's in the middle here, you really start to look at possibilities for, into the Caribbean and the U.S. East Coast. And then, of course, you go further south, and then sometimes you've seen them go all the way from Africa and into the Gulf of Mexico, or rather the Gulf of America as they call it now. But either way, what we can count on if this does go in that more middle path is we need a front to come from the U.S. to try to steer it north a similar way to, say, Aaron or some storms that we looked at last year. As we continue to move on forward, we do see that it's staying clear through tonight and into the start of tomorrow. Low to mid 60s out the door in the morning. There will likely be a little more cloud cover tomorrow afternoon, courtesy of that wind from the southwest. Notice upper 80s and lower 90s, so around the average for this time of year. And we should all get into the 90s come Friday afternoon. So we'll wake up Friday to upper 60s and a couple of lower 70s, and then into the low 90s for most of us in the afternoon before we get into our Friday night. And of course, this coming Friday is First Friday. It's just going to be warm, but any events or whatnot planned for that should be good to go. 89 for the high tomorrow. It'll be around average and mostly sunny, and we'll look beyond that in 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. As we continue to head towards the weekend, I mentioned we're progressively getting warmer. The highs getting above average by Friday. The lows getting to around maybe a little above average over the weekend. Now, the storm chances Sunday and Monday are accompanied by a cold front that will drop temperatures into next week, and it looks fantastic by next Wednesday.